In this video, we've picked the best electric pruning shears after hands-on testing, hours of research, and real-world use in everything from backyard gardens to full-scale orchards. I've cut through fruit tree limbs, dense hardwood saplings, and delicate vineyard canes to see how each model performs in different situations, because the right pruning shear isn't the same for everyone. Some need lightweight comfort for overhead work. Others want raw cutting power for thick, stubborn branches, and a few need all-day battery life for commercial jobs. What you'll see here is based on tools I've actually used, pushed to their limits, and compared side by side, so you can choose the one that fits your trees, your hands, and your workload best. At number 5, Dragro Professional Cordless Electric Pruning Shears, 1.2-inch cutting diameter, brushless motor. I've put the Dragro through weeks of orchard work, from shaping young apple branches to cutting older hardwood limbs, and it has earned its spot as a dependable professional tool. Its brushless 600-watt motor delivers smooth, consistent torque, allowing the SK5 high-carbon steel blade to slice through branches up to 1.2 inches thick without hesitation. Powered by two 21-volt 2Ah lithium-ion batteries, each lasting for around 6,000 cuts, it keeps going without constant recharging, and a full charge takes just about an hour and a half. Out of the box, you get the shears, both batteries, a dual-port fast charger, blade protection cover, maintenance tools, including an Allen key and oil bottle, and a sturdy carry case that holds everything neatly. In terms of durability, the SK5 blade holds a sharp edge for months if you clean and oil it after each use, and the motor's brushless design keeps it running cool and friction-free. Comfort-wise, the grip is angled to keep your wrist in a natural position, and the rubberized handle minimizes vibration, which you appreciate after a couple of hours of steady pruning. Safety is handled with a 2-stage trigger activation and an automatic lock that can be activated instantly, making it safe to set down mid-task. This is the kind of pruner that feels like an investment, tough enough for heavy pruning seasons, yet nimble enough for fine garden work. At number 4, Okeelney Electric Pruning Shears for DeWalt 20-volt max battery, 1.5-inch heavy-duty cutting capacity. The Okeelney is built for heavy cuts, and I tested it in a late-season vineyard cleanup where hardwood vines can test even high-end shears. It handled 1.5-inch hardwood branches with a clean, decisive cut, thanks to a 500-watt brushless motor that doesn't stall under pressure. What sets it apart is its compatibility with DeWalt's 20-volt max battery platform, which means you can use the same batteries you might already own for other tools. It features two cutting modes, a smaller 25mm setting for speed and a full 38mm opening for thick material, making it versatile in the field. In hand, the weight balance shifts depending on the battery size. With a smaller 2Ah pack, it's light enough for quick shaping work, while a 5Ah gives all-day runtime at the cost of a slightly nose-heavy feel. Maintenance is straightforward. The SK5 blade will need sharpening more often if you're constantly tackling thick hardwood, but it's a quick job with a diamond file. Durability is impressive. I accidentally dropped it onto compacted dirt from waist height, and it kept going without a hitch. Comfort is solid for a heavy-duty cutter, and the LED work light is a surprisingly useful touch when working under dense canopy. Safety comes from a double-click trigger activation and an auto shut-off after 2 minutes, which means it won't start unexpectedly if you walk away. This is the pruning shear for people who cut the tough stuff and want the extra muscle without giving up finesse. At number 3, MODOFO Upgraded Electric Pruning Shears, 1.4-inch cut, LCD display, dual 2000 mAh batteries. The MODOFO blends raw cutting power with smart features, and I found it particularly enjoyable during mixed pruning sessions that included grapevines, fig trees, and roses. Its 450-watt brushless motor easily handles branches up to 1.4 inches thick, and a low mode at 25mm makes it fast for smaller cuts. Its dual 21-volt 2000 mAh batteries provide about 4 hours of runtime each, which is plenty for a day's work when you rotate between them. Its Swiss SK5 blade delivers clean, sap-free cuts that heal quickly, and the onboard LCD display showing battery percentage and cut count is more than a gimmick. It helps you pace your work and avoid running batteries completely flat, which extends their lifespan. You get a full kit here: the shears, both batteries, charger, oil bottle, Allen key, spare blade, cleaning brush, and molded carry case. Maintenance is easy. Keep the blade oiled, grease the gearbox every month or two, and it runs smoothly without overheating. Ergonomically, it's slimmer than many competitors, with a trigger that requires minimal pressure, so there's no finger fatigue even during long stints. Safety is handled with a double press activation and an automatic blade retraction that engages if the trigger is released mid-cut. This is the kind of pruner that values both precision and power with a modern tech touch, and the MODOFO is a strong choice. At number 2, KLEZHI Professional Cordless Electric Pruning Shears, lightweight 1.2-inch cutter with dual batteries. The KLEZHI is the kind of electric pruning shear that makes all-day orchard work possible without wrecking your arms. Its 1.2-inch maximum cutting capacity is driven by a high-torque DC motor that delivers plenty of force without excessive weight. And with two 21-volt 2Ah lithium-ion batteries, you can expect about 3,500 to 4,000 cuts per charge. In use, it feels nimble and perfectly balanced for overhead work. I found it ideal for fruit tree pruning on a ladder, where control is just as important as power. The SK5 blade holds a sharp edge well, and because the gearbox housing is sealed, it resists dust and debris intrusion, which cuts down on maintenance. The kit includes the shears, both batteries, charger, oil bottle, and toolkit, all in a portable carry case. It's not just light, it's also designed with comfort in mind, so even after hours of work, you don't feel strain in your wrists or forearms. Safety is covered with a double trigger activation and a quick lock mode, and there's also a manual blade close option for safe storage. If you're looking for something professional grade but lighter than most, the KLEZHI delivers. At number 1, Seesii Professional Cordless Electric Pruning Shears, 1.26-inch cut, long runtime, dual 2Ah batteries. The Seesii is a balanced performer that blends strong cutting capacity with excellent runtime. I've used it for shaping dense hedges, thinning orchard branches, and even taming overgrown wisteria, and it handled all with steady, consistent power. Its 600-watt motor drives an SK5 high-carbon steel blade through material up to 1.26 inches thick, and the pair of two 21-volt 2Ah batteries it comes with provide an impressive 6 to 8 hours of work in total, depending on the material. Charging is quick at about an hour and a half per battery, so downtime is minimal. In terms of durability, the metal gearbox feels solid, and the blade alignment stays precise even after long use. Just keep it oiled and free of sap buildup. Comfort is one of its best qualities. The grip is contoured and the balance is neutral, so it works equally well for left or right-handed users. The kit is generous, with 2 batteries, charger, oil bottle, toolkit, and molded storage case. Safety is handled with a double-click start and an automatic blade retraction that engages if the trigger is released mid-cut. The Seesii doesn't just get the job done, it makes the work feel smooth, which is exactly what you want from one of the best electric pruning shears on the market. And that wraps up our roundup of the best electric pruning shears you can get right now. Each one we tested has its own strength, from raw cutting power to lightweight comfort, but the right choice depends on your trees, your workload, and how often you prune. If you invest in the right tool, you're not just saving time, you're protecting your hands, making cleaner cuts that keep your plants healthier, and getting more done with less effort. I've left the links to each model in the description so you can check current prices and details. Happy pruning, and here's to sharper cuts and healthier gardens.